Hey guys, so I'm going to give you another Bad Avenue story. I see that there's a lot of wise guys and Italians in certain neighborhoods, Ozone Park, Bensonhurst, Gravesend, that they say they never experienced racism. Well, let me tell you, I experienced racism. When I was a kid, unfortunately, I didn't have a big house to grow up in. I grew up in an apartment building. My mom and dad lived on Avenue West at the time. They had a two-family they started with. Then eventually they separated. My father went to Manhattan. My mother went towards Bath Avenue. My family's originally from Gravesend. The story I gotta say is I remember going to the welfare center with my mother when she had to go see a social worker or something, because we struggled all our life. We never had anything easy. We always had to pay a rent, pay bills. My father was a hard worker. And I remember walking in. I remember this black lady arguing with my mother, calling my mother a cracker. Now, I grew up all my life being told from my father, never ever use the N-word. My father had a couple black friends. He had Jerry Knight that he worked with. He had Sonny Wells. Sonny Wells was, he worked for some kind of attorney, and he would come see my father in the bar. And he had this guy, Big Jerry, Big Black Jerry. And Big Jerry was a cool motherfucker, man, seriously. And all his friends were cool. They're all legitimate people. They respected him. They used to call him Jimmy C. Some of these guys he worked with. And I remember going to my father's warehouse on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I would bring dice and I would bring a deck of cards. And I would be playing with all the co-workers, Spanish guys, black guys. And I would come with a bag of cocaine and I would come with a bag of weed and I would sell it to them. And as I'm selling it to them, we'd be rolling dice and playing cards. And we'd be gambling, making money. But at the end of the day, I would always make money off of them. And that's how you make connections with people too. But that was a time when my father used to run the warehouse at 330 Hudson Street. And I would go there with my friends, little Georgie Adamo. We'd get off the train. We were teenagers back then. And little Georgie would be smoking cigarettes and he'd be seeing the bums on the street. And he'd be handing them cigarettes. Here, buddy, here's a cigarette. And we hand them $1 here and there. Hey, go get a cup of coffee or something. But that's how we grew up. You know, that's what was installed in us. And growing up at this time, being around wise guys, going in and out of social clubs, tossing a football around in the street, playing stoop ball, all the other games in the neighborhood, and just enjoying ourselves as kids, not realizing that we had the whole world in our hands. We really did. Growing up at that time was a great time. The nostalgia that I could talk about, flipping baseball cards and being around wise guys, going to Frankie DeChico's pool, me, John Padone, Albert Slavin, Georgie Adamo, the kid Damien, we jump in the pool, he's ordering us pizza, him leaving money on the table to see if anybody would take it. Those are times that are always going to be in my head. And you had a lot of good wise guys in the neighborhood, and you had some wise guys you wanted to stay very clear from. They were dangerous and you don't want any part of them, you know. But I wish I could go back to those times. Those times are great. And I'm going to give more Bath Avenue stories. I want to set up some kind of forum with like a nice table, a nice background, and create all this new content with a new co-host and someone taking me to that place that I could talk about back in the day, to my past. And so I'm looking for a co-host. Anyone out there, you can message me. And if I like your style, if I like your character, if I like what you're about, I'll consider interviewing you sitting down with you, and maybe we could put this together, okay? Today's a beautiful day. Obviously, I have no work. Today's a laundry day. I'm going to wash some clothes. But listen, to everybody, enjoy your life. Put good people around you. 2025 is 2 days away. I'm looking forward to it. I want to start fresh. I want to start new. You know, I've been driving a truck for a couple years now. Not sure how much more longer I'm going to do that. I want to get into other things. I want to get into business. I want to be an entrepreneur, maybe a bagel store, maybe a pizza shop. I want to do something productive, and I want to spend more time with my kids. I'm getting older. Time is going by fast. I put 60 hours in a week on my job. I don't get too much time with my kids. Thank God, the past couple days, I went to Atlantic City for 2 days. My kids went to go see Pitbull, and we had a nice time at the Oceans in Atlantic City. But life is very short, people, so enjoy it. Make every day count. I'm 55 years old now. Many years went by, and I look at my life, I look at my friend's life, and I just believe in destiny. Anything that happened to me in my life is destiny. I got away from the garbage. I'm no longer in that place. I'm in a better place with 2 beautiful kids in my life. I got great people in my life. I always look back, think about my parents, how wonderful they were, how much I miss them. I wish I could hug them and kiss them again. If you still have your mother and father, you're very blessed. Give them a hug, give them a call, tell them you love them. I don't have much more to say today, but I am going to come out with new Bath Avenue stories. Like I said, a new forum of someone talking about my past, a conversation, and bringing out the goods that are inside me of a time that no longer exists. With that said, love you all. Have a great day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.